All right, guys, I think I'm back. I hope I'm back. Oh, actually, let me check my sure my microphone and camera are set. Okay. All right. I think I'm sharing screen. I think everything should be good. Freaking Surface. It overheated. It was sitting in the sun. I was sitting in the sun when the half an hour leading up to the podcast, and like the first 2 minutes of the podcast, I was sitting in the shade. And all of a sudden the sun came out, and then I kind of got stuck there. This is why I was kind of somewhat bitching throughout the first half of the podcast, and my computer didn't like it either. Okay. Yeah, I know it's not actually a computer. I'll get there. I've been too busy to even look for a computer. I'll get there also. All right. So I'm not gonna go on anymore. Everyone understands what I mean about tops and bottoms. Okay. So I'm fairly certain we're not going to see 2000 anytime soon at this point. Okay. And if we are, there'll be clear signs. Okay. This was a very strong bounce. You had about 2 hours to get your shit together and buy the low. And I doubt very few people were able to pull that off. Okay. So the moment we started breaking above this yellow line, my target suddenly became a $400 up move, all the way to 28.50. Now, this is not going to happen in 2 hours, okay? This can take a day, this can take a week, this can take a month, okay? I have no idea, but that became the target. Now, you can also see I very clearly wrote this, okay? I would feel way more comfortable if we back test before pushing higher. So I wanted to see the price to fall back. Oh, why am I drawing a triangle? I wanted to see a price to fall somewhere in this orange circle. Okay, that's what I wanted to see, and I tweeted this one out on the 17th. Okay, so let's close that. Don't save. And here's what I tweeted out this morning when I woke up. Okay, when I woke up, I had no idea that overnight prices had actually. This is where this is where the previous tweet came, by the way. Okay, but overnight prices have pulled back exactly into the yellow circle where I somewhat expected it to be. Okay, and now I'm expecting us to slowly go back up, and you can also see I've been tweeting out this sample quite often, in that it's going to bounce around, and let me make sure we're live here. Yeah, 120 viewers. Okay, way lower than normal, but that's okay. Between technical issues and being Father's Day, not surprised. All right. Okay, so we pulled right into this orange circle from the previous tweet, and then we go higher. I also look, whenever someone calls me up generously for a consulting session, and I spent a full hour explaining this indicator, I then decided to share it with everyone else. In order to, since I just talked about it for an entire hour, I'm like, all right, let me put it in print. It'll help the person that actually commissioned me to explain it to them. And also, if you're a savvy trader and you understand my little, graphics, then you may be able to figure out how this is indicating buying, selling, profit taking, shorting, whatever. Okay. So good luck to you. If you can read it, excellent. If you need help, well, you know where my email is, and you know how much my rate is. So feel free to contact me. Okay. So I'm liking this, and I think we can go higher. Also, this 9, this indicates a 1 to 2 day pullback, and then we go higher. But sorry, this is weekly. A 1 to 4 week pullback. We already have the 1 week. This week is going to close very soon, and then I'm expecting us to go higher. All right, I'm going to close this. All right, let's take a look at what the hourly chart looks like right now. Okay, the hourly chart right now looks it's starting to look a little bit scary. You don't want the price to go back under the yellow line. You really don't. And the longer it hangs out around this yellow line, the higher the probability that it's going to go below the yellow line. If it goes below the yellow line, there is still hope. There is still hope that this area, still hope that this area will bounce the price, because that would still be okay. If this area bounces the price, we're still clearly above the other low, so you don't have to worry about double bottoms at all, okay? Because people are getting nervous over the seg with 2x. Still getting a little nervous. I'll talk about that in a minute, okay? So I still think we can go higher, but once we start bouncing around this line, starts to get a little bit, I'll start to get a little bit nervous, because guess what's happening here? You all know I love my triangles, and this is way premature. You do not, oh boy, there's a little drop right there. You do not want to see this triangle. This is not what you want to see, but I will leave it here just for my own personal reference, okay? Not cool. Not cool, might be a little bit of a pullback. Not out of the woods yet, not out of the woods yet. Also remember, my daily numbers are still, you would, anyway, if you're only trading this indicator, if this is the only thing you're trading, and by the way, I know several professional traders that pay for a Bloomberg terminal. This is the only thing they look at, nothing else. They don't care about moving averages, they don't care about volume, they don't care about anything. All they care about is these numbers. And these numbers on a daily chart are telling you to stay short, okay? Just as a heads up. All right, let's move on. Litecoin. Again, like one of my former clients, I've advised several people about Litecoin. As far as I know, they're all very, very happy because I pretty much told them that holding on and picking up some Litecoin is a good idea. And a couple of them reached back out to me and politely asked me to talk about Litecoin in terms of Bitcoin. So here it is. Here is Litecoin in terms of Bitcoin. Those that did hit me up, I told them that this is the higher probability move than this downside. I think Litecoin still has some life, okay? The all-time high for Litecoin and Bitcoin is all the way up here, okay? Now, this creates a double top. If it creates a double top, it's a double top that's going to probably be broken to the upside soon, okay? But we didn't get there yet. So what's happening right now? Well, right now, you have potentially, what you have is a lower high. Very clear, okay? This is why when I tweeted out my Litecoin, read my tweet. There's no comments on this picture, but read my tweet. I told people to take your profits. 45, that was the target. I talked about this triangle on this podcast, and I also tweeted it out right around here. And I said the price target for Litecoin is 44 to 45 bucks. 44, 45 bucks. That's the price target for Litecoin in US dollars, okay? And you take your profit. I tweeted this out right here saying, hey, take your profit of 44. Good chance. It actually went back up, made a little bit higher high, and then boom, okay? Now we're lower, all right? Let's close that. Okay. Now, this is way too early to draw this, right? However, you have a lower high, you have a lower MACD, the RSI, yeah, you see you had divergence here, right? I mean, you had divergence from here to here, and then down we went, and then now a little bit lower. I mean, look, we can still bust out, but look, this was an unprecedented move. This is definitely a profit-taking area, okay? I don't even need to put my numerical indicator on this to tell you that, okay? That's Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. Sorry, I usually do weeklies first. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart, this is what I had drawn, okay? I drew, whichever private client called me up, I drew this green arrow and this red arrow right here off of this candle. As this candle was forming, I had no idea what it was going to do, but if it was going to pull back, I was looking for it to go like down here somewhere, all right? And now I looked for a bounce. This bounce happened in 1 week. That was insane. Again, here's your double top weekly close. Here's your double top intraday week, okay? I think this is going to be a little bit hard to break. We might meander here. We might get stuck, or we might pull back, okay? Not the time to like mess around and think you're going to be a Litecoin billionaire, okay? Here is the hourly chart. Oh, 40%, guys. I'm going to be wrapping this up real quick. Here's the hourly chart. I think I advise people to take their profits right around here at like 43-ish, or maybe even, yeah, definitely like around here, 43-ish. You had plenty of chances, plenty of chances. If this thing goes back down, where's it going to go down? Okay, where's your support? Your support right here. First level of support. Okay, boom. Next level of support, make it yellow. Oh, I don't know why I'm drawing a new one. I can always extend the old one. Anyway, it don't matter. Next level of support right there. Okay. Also, top of the triangle here. Oh, that's the same thing. Looky there. What a surprise. What a surprise. Boom. Look at that. Almost the same. Almost the same. You know? Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. If this thing falls, I'm expecting a pullback. And let's make this arrow red. Right. Also, this guy right here, right? The moment you get back here, just like Bitcoin did, you're going lower. Okay. Now this is like last night's Bitcoin move, but Litecoin just made new highs. So anyway, if we get back here, we're going here, and then I still like Litecoin here. I mean, I'm not trading it, but clearly wrong color. You know, Litecoin and dollar should do well. Okay. Quick point of notice, please pay attention to this. Zero hedge has a tendency to be a little bit, overboard, but this is definitely an article to read, and you need to pay attention to this bill that's going to ban Bitcoin. Okay, definitely keep that in mind. Do I even care to refresh this? I really couldn't care less. There's like, scam. I mean, scam, not a blockchain. Not a blockchain, illegal security, scam, like never heard of it. I mean, it's just bad. All right. Anyway, I don't care. All right. Okay. Quick things on Twitter. Right. YouTube, when it's never gone down, Bitcoin. Okay. You know who's responsible for that? Core devs. So just put the two dots together for a change. Okay. Use your brain. I tweeted this out the other day. I'm not surprised Coinbase is still evaluating. I'm not surprised they blocked me on Twitter. And since Charlie Lee's not there to actually explain to Brian Armstrong, what Bitcoin is, Coinbase is going to be a much bigger problem in the near future. All right. Okay. This hurt me. This hurt me, guys. I tweeted it out. Thank you for your very generous donation. It wasn't a giant donation. The donation was still under 0.1 Bitcoin, but the fee was 80% of 0.1 Bitcoin. Okay. So I'm not saying how big the donation was, but the fee was 80%, like at best, right? Assuming the person sent 0.1 Bitcoin as a donation, they paid an 80% fee. That's ridiculous. Okay. And unfortunate. This is why we need SegWit sooner than later. This is why miners are blocking SegWit, because they're enjoying the fat fees. Speaking of fat fees, right? Don't let this bullshit you. Okay? Not every mining pool pays out the fees to the people in that pool. If the mining pool does not pay out, I don't know if they pay out or not. Okay? Somebody please tell me, does Bitcoin.com mining pool take all the fees from all the transactions that are mined, and they also distribute them to when you get a block reward? Because if they don't, this is a straight up car salesman pitch. Okay, straight up car salesman pitch. Okay, if their block reward, I have Bitcoin block reward, and then they're saying, well, we pay out 120%. Not 20%. could be the high fees. This could be the high fees, okay? They're trying to convince you to come to them. I know Slush Pool pays out all the fees to whoever found the block. All the fees in that block get paid out. If a mining pool does not pay out the fees, they can bullshit you and try to convince you that they give you 120%. So the question that you have to ask is this 120% on plus the fees, or is this instead of the fees, right? Because the fees, like if you look at this transaction that was sent to me, the minimum fee was 80%. That was the minimum fee, was 80% for that previous screenshot that I did, right? So that means if every transaction is like that, then they get to screw you by keeping 60% of the profit, okay? Don't get fooled, okay? Don't get fooled. Don't save that. Also, those of you that are new to Twitter, Twitter is a very powerful tool, okay? If you're going to tweet something like, no offense, Tommy, you inspired this tweet by me, moving all my funds from BitPay wallet to SegWit, please tag them. BitPay does not know you're doing it. The world doesn't know you're doing it. You tag BitPay, you tag Stephen Payer, you tag BitPay support, and you tag Tony Galippi or anyone else that you have 140 characters, use them all, hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag SegWit, you know, this is how some people read tweets. Okay, I think that was it. Oh, please, Greg Maxwell, look, oh my God, I wish I had the time to read more of his stuff. I also tweeted this out, take a screenshot, pause the video and read this. It's a must read, especially the part in blue and the part in green, okay? All right, shoot, battery, 34%, excellent. That's when I'm done with this, okay? I will take your questions in 1 second. Reading list. Oh, this China thing, I'll talk about that in a second. New must-read reading list, okay? The BIP 91. You know what, at this point, I'm pretty much only reading articles written by Aaron Van Verdum and Kyle Torpy. I think they're probably two of the best writers in the space. They do amazing work. Guys, please keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Huge service. Okay. This explains the current situation of SegWit 2x extremely well. This miner stuff, where is it? The China miners. Read this very, very carefully. They're basically, look, we support the New York Agreement. Okay, but the code's not even written. It's an alpha. We'll start voting on June 19th. Voting, okay? You have to understand this. Voting. They're not running. Voting. Very important. Very, I can't stress this enough. We will start voting on Monday. To avoid the impact of the consensus rule changing mechanism BIP 9, and please look up what BIP 9 is or read Jimmy's articles, we'll input NYA for New York Agreement so that they're signaling for SegWit 2x. Signaling. We'll immediately start testing BTC1, which is a SegWit 2x. Not running, testing. Okay, we eagerly hope to activate SegWit 2x proposal on July 31st. No one is running this yet. No one is stupid enough to run it yet. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, let's refresh this. I can swear there were more companies here with green for SegWit 2x, but oh man, didn't they have an LOL? What happened? Matt Carrillo still has it. Okay, look. The core developers are not programming this. If the core developers are not programming this, then all of these institutions, all of these economic nodes that said they're afraid to run BIP 148 because core developers didn't sign off on it, which is quasi-true. 3 core developers did sign off on it, just not the majority of them. Then there's no way they can actually run SegWit 2x and not look like complete hypocrites and potentially morons. Okay. However, SegWit 2x tried to program SegWit on its own. They obviously couldn't do it because I don't think there's anybody competent programming SegWit 2x at the moment. And what they did was one bright developer did something that should have been done to begin with, and he created BIP 91. okay, or implemented BIP91. So what BIP91 is doing, right, it allows, all you have to do is run BIP91. You run BIP91 and you signal for SegWit. You signal for SegWit. You don't have to run SegWit. As long as you're running BIP91, BIP91 is compatible to BIP141, and it activates SegWit with an 80% minor soft fork threshold, okay, which would comply with BIP148. So as a user, I will continue running my BIP148 node. As a miner, you would be running BIP91 because this is safe code. You can run BIP91 and then you can signal for SegWit. You can signal that you want SegWit and bigger blocks. That's perfectly okay and that's perfectly reasonable, okay? There's no way all of those miners are going to be running SegWit 2x. They don't want to destroy their companies. They don't want to destroy Bitcoin. So that's not happening. The damn thing is barely in testing right now. Okay, so don't worry. Don't get scared, okay? They're going to be running BIP91. They're going to be signaling for SegWit. Maybe they'll pull some miracle out of their ass and SegWit 2x will actually be some kind of a code. The thing is, SegWit 2x cannot guarantee the 2x. It cannot. That will not happen, okay? If that happens, we are going back to BIP148 and a controversial, potentially hard fork, potentially not. So what SegWit 2x is going to do, it's going to lock in SegWit before August 1st to make August 1st a lot less stressful. They can signal for SegWit 2x all they want. Bitcoin Unlimited is coming out with their hard fork proposal in October. SegWit 2x will then try to hard fork blocks later on this year or maybe early next year. But either way, you don't have to run SegWit 2x in order to activate the SegWit part of 2x. This is very, very, very important. Okay, please keep that in mind, guys. All right, and please read this article. So don't get too scared. Just like signaling for Bitcoin Unlimited, with the only pool stupid enough to run Bitcoin Unlimited code was Bitcoin.com, which is why they mined a block that was rejected by the system, okay? But everybody else was signaling for Bitcoin Unlimited, and they weren't silly enough to actually run the code. This is the same situation. This is perfectly okay, okay? If the miners want SegWit 2x, that's fine. They can signal for it. They can let the world know what they want. We will probably have to argue about this again in a few months. And but for now, let them run BIP91. It should be perfectly safe. I believe our core developers will approve of BIP91 if they haven't already. It's compatible with SegWit. It's compatible with BIP148. It will give us SegWit with 80%. Via BTC and Bitcoin.com pool. We don't need them. We can get around them. Bitfury is already on board, which is huge. So it should be fine. It should be okay. I know I'm sleeping better at night now, okay? Now, of course, people are still scared that all these companies are going to run SegWit 2x, so the price remains a little bit low, okay? Price remains a little bit low because there is a little bit of fear left over that not only will Bitcoin.com try to do something hostile, via BTC will try to do something stupid, Bitmain may still try to do something stupid, though I think now they finally got the hint from the other miners that managed to get together into a room. I think Bitmain starting to understand. Via BTC, I'm not sure about. Bitcoin.com. Look who's not on the list. I don't see Bitcoin.com on the list. How about that? Okay. Oh, they're not really a Chinese miner anyway, but hey, they're not on the list, right? So they're a bit of a wild card. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. I think that's all I wanted to say. Let me get to a couple of your questions. I'm already over my promised hour. I'm gonna I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. I'm almost at 300 viewers. Wait, so is my camera on or off? What's going on here? Okay, yeah, I had to move into the shade. I was gonna have a much nicer background, and sun came out. All right. So now that I'm sharing screen, I can open my Skype. Thank you, Richard Rich, for compiling the questions. These were the only questions. I'm sorry, guys. I may not have time to look at any more questions. And thank God I didn't plug my laptop in because I'm at 27%. The moment the battery dies, this will be another cutoff. I'm giving the trolls a break from making fun of my hair or lack thereof. So there's a bandana. I totally forgot my user-activated soft fork hat. It's not. I am still a supporter of user-activated soft fork. I will be talking about my miner. My miner should arrive early next week. I'm still going to set that up. I'm still going to mine on the SegWit side. Anyway, I'll talk about that next week. Okay. All right. Questions. Does signaling SegWit 2x mean that SegWit has been signaled? Well, kinda, yeah. If miners are signaling SegWit or SegWit 2x, then user-activated soft fork is avoided. That is correct. That is what I just explained. The user-activated soft fork is avoided not if they're signaling SegWit 2x, right? If they are running BIP1, if they are either running SegWit 2x, which they would be insane to do, or they are running BIP91, okay? And BIP91 is in SegWit 2x. By the way, I am not a developer. I am not a miner. I don't belong to any group chats, okay? This is what I gathered from like my brain. And I'm not the smartest guy in the world, right? So I could be totally wrong. If Eric Lombroso, Luke Dash Jr., I don't know, Whale Panda, if you guys are watching this, or anyone else, and I just said something totally stupid and totally wrong, Kyle Torpy, Aaron, you guys write articles about this. You know it better than me. Okay, I'm explaining my understanding of the situation, right? If you are running SegWit 2x, then you are by default running BIP91. If you are running BIP91, you will be mining SegWit blocks. You will be mining SegWit blocks. You will lock in SegWit by running BIP91. If 80% is running BIP91, we will lock in SegWit. We need to run it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks before August 1st. So if 80% of the miners are running BIP991 either as a standalone and signaling for SegWit, or they're actually running SegWit code, God forbid. Okay? Either one will bring us SegWit before August 1st, as long as we hit 80% prior to the middle of July. Okay? To give us 2 weeks to get SegWit in there. And it's possible they may even speed it up. I'm not sure. That I'm not sure about. Maybe BIP91 locks in SegWit within a week. But the BIP 141 is 2 weeks, right? Once SegWit is locked in, then BIP 141 kind of becomes automatic. BIP 148 becomes irrelevant. The user-activated soft fork becomes irrelevant, right? Now, as a user, if you want to be safe, you should be running BIP 148. As an economic node, if you want to be safe, you should be running BIP 148. BIP 148, that's the ultimate safety. Ultimate safety is BIP 148. You can additionally, your next best choice is to run BIP 91, a node compatible with BIP 91, okay? Your other choice, if God forbid, is to run SegWit 2x code, okay? I do not recommend running SegWit 2x code, but I recommend running BIP 91, which is part of SegWit 2x code. You can signal for SegWit. You can tell the world you want, you can signal for SegWit 2x. You can tell the world you want SegWit 2x, and we'll deal with the 2x part later. But for now, we'll get SegWit. And okay, the thing that pisses me off the most about this is that Barry Shilbert is going to take all the credit for getting this done, and people that actually were fighting for the user-activated soft fork that helped do this and tell the community how serious we are, these people are going to be ignored. You know, Luke Dash Jr., Eric Lombroso, Mr. Hodel, you know, a lot of others. Okay, I know I'm forgetting a bunch of names. Oh, Shaolin Fry, of course, Whale Panda, Rodolfo out in Canada, Francis out in Canada, you know, John Light. There's a lot of people. A lot of people with community support were pushing for this. All right, I'm sure I forgot some names. Sorry, guys. All right, let's move on with the questions. Do you think the whole thing from Bitmain is a work? I don't know what that means. Did we all get played so traders can look into this buy and sell cycle? Bitmain trades plenty of Bitcoin. I don't know, guys. This is why the SEC exists. If you really care, then start a BEC, right? Like a Bitcoin and Exchange Commission, okay? Because how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know, right? This is the SEC's job, is to find insider trading. Now, again, I'm not happy with the SEC. I think they're responsible for as much of insider trading as they try to fix it and never actually fix it. Look, if you're mad about that, then try to do something. I don't know what you're gonna do about it, right? I mean, it's mining monopoly. I mean, I'm still waiting for my Avalon miner. I didn't buy it from Bitmain. People need to start mining. People need to start running their own nodes. People need to run just one miner. Secure your own Bitcoin. Okay, stop giving Bitmain so much power. Yeah, I mean, look, shit happens. You're the ones that I don't trade Bitcoin because I like my regulated markets. I like my regulated markets where one guy can't write a blog post and like drop 20% of the market. No one can do that to Apple. One guy can't do that to Apple. Okay, that's why I like Apple. Right, next. I know you hate altcoins, true, but one assumption bothers me. In some of your Twitter posts, you wrote that NEM XCM is not even a blockchain. How does that come? It is not a blockchain. I have no time to explain this. Please look into the history of NEM. Proof of importance is not a blockchain. Proof of work is. Okay, this is silly. When you create every single token that will ever exist, it's insane. It's not a blockchain, guys. It's not what a blockchain is. Okay. I'm not sharing screen right now. Okay. I'll go to my website, put in Bitcoin versus blockchain, and you'll see what the definition of a blockchain is. Or like watch some of my other videos on Bitcoin versus blockchain search parameter. Okay. Next. Since you don't trade Bitcoin, you don't even trade in the altcoin market. Why don't you use your TA for the very profitable market? Guys, I'm going to make it clear again. I'm not a good trader. I'm a good analyst. I'm not a good trader. Okay, I'm not a good trader. Okay, if I start trading my own TA, I'm probably going to lose all my money. I'm not a good trader. Okay, I'm a much better analyst. I've had 10 years to learn what I'm good at and what I'm bad at. And what I learned was I'm not a very good directional trader. I still trade direction neutral. And I do very, very well on percentage basis. My problem is I don't even have time to do that, right? If my consulting is paying my bills, I don't need to trade to pay my bills, okay? I'm not a great trader. Analyst is where it's at, right? Like an ideal world is I would have like somebody next to me trading my money, watching me, okay? That's what I want. I want a disciplined trader. Be anyone in the crypto space. I trust me. Okay. I would love to have a disciplined trader trading my money without my knowledge, but the only one he listens to is me. Okay, me doing it, and I don't want to deal with a 24/7 market. This is why I never trade currencies. I like my options trading. I like my direction neutral trading. I have no desire to trade Bitcoin, nor do I have time. Look, I'm sitting here doing a video for you guys, right? I mean, I'll consider trading Bitcoin if I stop like educating people on trading. It's one comes at the expense of the other. And look, you can either educate people on how to trade, or you can like actually trade. I guess I've chosen to educate people on how to trade because I barely have the time to trade my own options portfolio. Let me see how I'm doing on battery. 15%. Awesome. Excellent. It's my hard stop. Since you don't, okay, I read that question. I only have 3 questions left, so this video is about to end. What is the optimal Bitcoin holding plan per user-activated soft fork, user-activated hard fork, miner-activated with2x, if you are not mining or running a full node? Get a hardware wallet, get a Trezor, get a ledger, or put your Bitcoin, or just run a node. You don't. It's not that hard. I have directions in my YouTube videos, not this YouTube video, but the previous one. And run a full node. It'll take you a week to download all the data. It'll take up 100 and maybe 20 gigs of hard drive space. You can also prune the node, so you're only storing like 5 or 10 gigs of like the last couple of blocks, and that's about it. Other than that, get a hardware wallet, or you can use a phone wallet. You can use Samurai wallet. You can use Green Address. You can use Airbits, and then set a node, like find Google, find a friend. Some people go to Francis's account, Montreal Embassy, Francis out in Montreal. He has volunteered the server of his BIP148 compatible node, which you can use for your Airbits phone wallet, which you can use for, I believe, Samurai Wallet, Green Address. I'm using his node, by the way, right now. For one of my phone wallets, I am using Francis's node in order to make sure that my transactions are SegWit compatible. Okay, so try to stay on BIP148. That's your safest move at the moment going forward. All right, next. Me open sourcing my script. I don't want to open source my script because I don't know if that's legal. I definitely don't want to like throw it out there. But those that have reached out to me for the tone-based consulting service have gotten my script emailed to them, but the script isn't perfect. I also told them where the script fails, and a better programmer hopefully will help me out and fix it for me. All right, next. Do I agree with John Light that exchanges and wallet providers should begin denominating Bitcoin in bits in order to increase adoption? People buy altcoins because they are seen as cheaper. Almost. Okay, I talked about this on another video. I'm almost there. I think people have a problem thinking beyond two numbers to the right of the decimal place. We like to think in pennies. We don't like to think in fractions of a penny. Therefore, once Bitcoin is above $10,000, 1 bit becomes 1 penny. I will be with John Light and his view that we should start pricing Bitcoin in bits after the value of 1 Bitcoin is somewhat stable above $10,000 per Bitcoin, because I think normal people, not crypto people, have a problem thinking beyond two numbers to the right of the decimal place. Okay, so that's my view on the situation. All right, I will glance at the live chat real quick. I heard the live chat was really funny while I lost my while my computer overheated. Let me see. Do you share your option strategies in your consultations? No, I don't. I will share other option strategies. I'll share option strategies that I profitably traded that led me to the point where I was able to create my own option strategies that no one else has yet published. And if no one publishes it in the next 20 years, perhaps I will be the one to publish it, or pass on the strategy to my, ancestors. Or no, so the other way around, to my kids or whatever, or somebody that pays me enough money for it. All right, next. Following Bitmain's stories, shouldn't you adjust your views to simply anti-concentration of power, regardless of the... Yeah, I should. All right, next. All right, guys, it's Father's Day. I want to get back to a barbecue. Oh, wait, you guys can't see it. My computer just warned me that it's 10% battery, and this computer's 10% battery lasts about 2 minutes. So there you go. Thank you very much for tuning in. I tapped out at 300 live viewers, not the 700 I did the other day. So live viewers come and go. Please watch both videos back to back, and I'll see you all mid next week with some more information. Bye, guys.